Target training is an essential skill to teach your bird. Stick around to find out why. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well and having a fantastic week. In today's video, we're talking all things target training. It is an essential skill to teach your bird or any other animal in your life. And today I'm going to show you exactly how to do it, best practice as well, and tell you why it's so important. Now, before we get into how to do target training, you are of course going to need your target stick to get started. There are a wide variety of different options available to buy, ones with balls at the end and different kinds of sticks and things. To be honest, most often we use a chopstick or a little paper party stick from Northern Parrots. Very, very simple, very kind of not scary to a lot of birds, and also is quite long, so it provides distance if you need it from your bird. So we like to use these, very, very simple. Now, you may have read online that you need to have a clicker as well, and we see clickers as an optional thing. This is a clicker if you're not familiar, and if you click it, it makes a nice noise. The purpose of the clicker is to pinpoint the exact moment when your bird does something correct, and then you offer the treat afterwards. It provides a bridge in the time between the good behaviour happening and the treat being delivered. This means you've got time to actually get your treat out of your pouch rather than having to give them a treat at the exact moment they do something correct. So this basically is a marker for that behaviour. Now, we find that actually a lot of birds, especially conures, really don't like clickers, especially our crimson bellies, because this sounds very familiar to the sound of what a crimson belly does when they are being aggressive, which is a click with their beak. So while we could do a lot of desensitization and get them used to it, to be honest, we just use the word good. Now, when you're using the word good instead of the clicker, it needs to be consistent. We're not doing good, 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 good. It needs to be good, good, good. Just like the clicker, this sound, that sounds exactly the same every time you click. When you say good, it needs to sound exactly the same every single time you say it as well. And other than your target stick and potentially your clicker, the other thing you're going to need, and of course other than your bird, is treats. Now, we need to make sure that we are using those top tier, higher value reinforcement treats that your bird actually wants to eat. Remember to do a treat hierarchy test if you're not familiar with what that is. My partner David, the parrot teacher, has a video which I will leave in the description, and you can go and explore lots of treats that are healthy for your bird, such as a variety of seeds and nuts, and I have my top 5 treats for small parrots video that you can go and check out as well for some inspiration. Now, you may be familiar with the concept of target training. Essentially, you want your bird to touch the end of the target, you say good or click, and then you give them the treat. Simple, right? We want to be refining it a little bit more, and David and I call this like target training 2.0 or soft targeting. And this is where you're offering the target stick from further away and from up above, and you slowly bring it closer to your bird. The purpose of this is when you're bringing it from far away and slowly towards your bird, you are only going to be able to allow them to touch it gently with their tongue or the top of their beak. We do not want our birds to be biting or nibbling on the target stick when we're doing targeting, because then we're just basically teaching them, hey, if you bite down, you can have a treat. And that is the exact opposite of the sort of thing that we want to train them. And with this soft targeting is very, very important. One of the main reasons why we do it is to teach beak manners and to reduce our bird's bite force as well. Now, with targeting, you can start when your bird is in the cage, and you can do it through the cage bars. We call this protected contact, and that means that the cage bars are in between you and your bird. This gives your bird the safety that they can retreat and feel comfortable doing so into their safe space. And if you're worried about being bitten or your bird is showing undesirable behaviours, you know that they can't physically bite you because that barrier is in the way. And when we present the target stick to them through the bars, they can't physically get their beak all the way through the bars to come and bite you. Obviously, we want to make sure that our bar spacing there is correct, so they can't physically do that. If your bird can get their whole beak or head through the bars, your bar spacing is too big for your bird. But they shouldn't be able to get their beak through, so they are only going to be able to touch that stick ever so gently and lightly. You can say good or click and then give them a treat, and they're going to start learning that if I interact with my human softly, that's when I get the good stuff. Now, after listening to all this, you may be thinking, well, why should I do target training in the first place? Is it just kind of like a gimmick trick? No, it's really, really important. It is a clear line of communication between you and your bird. You know exactly what your bird should do in order to earn that treat, and your bird knows exactly what to do to participate in this activity in order to get that treat as well. It's kind of speaking in the same language, and it's a really, really valuable tool because it has so many different applications. The first one I mentioned is reducing your bird's bite force and teaching them to be really soft and gentle with their beak. But also, if you have a bird who is showing undesirable behaviours, if you've been bitten in the past, if you don't know a bird, if your bird has just come home, you can do target training through the bars to start building up that bond and that relationship with your bird. You can also direct your bird to points of interest, things in the room, foraging trays, play stands, new toys as well. It's one of the techniques that you can use to get your bird playing with new toys. You can use this target stick. Again, they know all they have to do is touch it softly and they get a treat, and you can use it as part of desensitization, allowing them to make choices to approach things that they may be unfamiliar with. If you have a problem getting your bird in or out of the cage, again, you can use targeting, because you're basically showing your bird how to go in and out of that space. Again, very, very valuable. If you are working through perhaps biting issues or aggression issues, hormones, anything like that, you can use it for redirection. You can give your bird the choice. They can continue in that undesirable behaviour, or they can follow that target stick elsewhere with the promise of high value, worthwhile reinforcement. Again, giving our birds choices are really important when we are living with them in our homes. And the other cool thing about target training is you can teach your birds some fun tricks. Now, tricks aren't just there to look cool, they are mentally and physically engaging and stimulating for our birds. They encourage exercise as well, so you can start with the most simple one, which is to get your bird to spin around in a circle following the target stick. You can do the reverse spin as well, and lots more tricks come from that, and it's a great way of doing bonding exercises and training and building up that relationship with your feathered friend. So target training has loads of applications, and I would love to hear from you in the comments if you have any other suggestions of why target training is awesome, and let me know if you have target trained your bird as well. I hope you found this video useful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care and see you later.